The impact I hope the show has on the students is that they go and do some research, that they read more about who they are. I am 35% Nigerian, 23% Cameroon, Congo, Western Bantu, 17% Mali, and 13% from Benin and Togo. This is an example of what happened in the Black community, in the African community. So what about your community? So I'm hoping that, number one, again, that it helps to teach history, some real history, so that their teachers, hopefully, are gathering him up and helping to tell stories and pointing them in the right direction, the kinds of things they can read to learn more. And just hold it inside to help make yourself a better person. One of the conflicts in this show that I think about a lot is with Black Mary. Trying to get Black Mary to make up her mind. If she is gonna be my protege, if I can convince her. She comes from a different place than Aunt Esther. What kinds of things will happen to Aunt Mary during the play? How will she change? And Aunt Esther is constantly watching her to see. Aunt Esther, I think, sees the conflict in Black Mary about how she wants to do her life, which is where mentorship comes into play again. Mentors can help you see yourself better because they ask you questions, they have you do tasks, you do them, and whoa, you say, I didn't know I could do that. I think Aunt Esther learns lessons in this show as well. She learns that everybody's different. Aunt Esther can see the differences in each character. And I think Aunt Esther deals with each one of the characters based on how different they are.
This story is about being truthful and honest, not only with other people, but with yourself, but with oneself. And through that honesty, through that truthfulness, you will discover truly who you are and your purpose in life. People ultimately realize who they are and what they're meant to do, their life's mission, their purpose in life. What excites me about working on this particular production is the fact that my partner in life, Jude Sandy, is directing it. And I believe this is the first production, yes, that he is directing, and I am, working in movement. This is a really special piece for us. I've always been a August Wilson fan. I just feel it really special that the two of us are working on this project together. I identify with Aunt Esther, actually. I find her ability to hold space for community. It's an aspiration of mine. It's something that I really love. She's creating this sanctuary, and people can come into this space and feel safe and be with each other. And so this is one thing that I really love about her and feel very much akin to. So sometimes facing the truth can be frightening, but in the truth lies liberation of the soul, discovering your true self. And I hope that students can come to this and see that thread and recognize how that thread, that idea, is so valuable as a reality, a possible reality for their life. This idea of being truthful with oneself. And then that will make you truthful and honest with other people.
it's important for young people more than anyone else to be able to have the opportunity to deal with history, to deal with the complexity of it. That we have a tendency to be taught history as linear, as simple, as straightforward, and clean. And what August Wilson does so beautifully in this play, so powerfully in this play, is to collapse time into the present, to collapse all that has gone before, but also all that may come ahead of us. All that we are making, he collapses into the present moment. For young people to understand that they are actors in history, that what they do matters now. What they do next and next and next matters is a really important and rich lesson to learn, because they have their whole lives ahead of them to be able to act on history in really intentional ways. And I think that's, when you get to my age, you're right, like your capacity starts to wane. So how can you open your capacity really, really early on? So I think it's a beautiful opportunity for students to get to ask themselves those questions of where do I stand in history? I think for us as a group, one of the greatest challenges has been, how do we hold the immensity of all of the history that August Wilson suffuses the play with into 3 hours of storytelling. He really is reaching back all the way back to African civilizations as the resource upon which African Americans draw upon in order to survive the brutality that they have experienced over these centuries, in order to create the incredible culture that exists here that could not exist anywhere else. So how do we take all of that and fit it in 3 hours, and also live in all the layers of meaning that exists simultaneously in his language? His language is so immense. It really is poetry in the sense that every word has layers of meaning to it. That is intent, that he intended that meaning. So it's a real challenge for us to get to live on those multiple levels at the same time and open ourselves up to it, and then try to share that with an audience.